ever heard or read any stories about animals? Do you know this one about a baby elephant? Or this one about a giraffe? Here's a pretty scene from Bambi, the story of a deer. Have you read a story about a sleepy little lion? What is this animal? Reading animal stories can be even more fun when you know something about the animals, and you can act out the stories, and even make up your own stories. Here are some drawings of storybook animals we can see at the zoo. The first one is from the story Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's a picture of Mama Bear and Baby Bear, but who's missing? Papa Bear. Here we see him walking home to his family. But real bears at the zoo are not always so friendly. These are black bears. Like the three bears in the story, the bears at the zoo are almost always hungry and always begging for a snack. Did you know that bears like all kinds of sweet things? In the zoo, they like candy corn, peanuts, yes, even ice cream. Everybody likes to watch baby bears. In stories, they're always playful and bouncy. The mother bear watches over her cubs until they are big enough to take care of themselves. The bears in animal stories do many different things. There are some stories about bears that can climb rocks. Some stories are about bears that can dance in a circus. Here are some more bears that might be able to dance. I'm sure you know what kind they are. Polar bears. You can recognize them because of their white fur. They live in cold, wintry lands near the North Pole. You'll almost always find them in stories about Eskimos and Alaska. In order to get food, they have to know how to dive. Good catch! If he weren't so fierce, he might be a good ball player. Now that we have seen some bears, don't you think reading stories about bears will be more fun? Let's see what's next. Oh, the fox and the crow. In most stories, the fox thinks very well of himself. He's clever and sly. What do you think of this real fox at the zoo? Do you think he's trying to trick us by running in a circle? Have you ever heard people say, clever as a fox? See his quick listening ears and his sharp bright eyes. Wouldn't you like to read some more stories about the clever fox? Oh, the Wolf of Little Red Riding Hood. We all know this story. Do you think he looks greedy enough? Fierce enough? Do you think he looks like a wolf at the zoo? Now that's interesting. The wolf sounds like a dog. In fact, they look something like police dogs. But in the forests where they live and hunt for food, and in nearly all stories, they're much too wild to be good pets. Do you know a musical story about a boy named Peter who captured a wolf? Now, the king of the jungle is the lion, and there are many stories about lions. Even in the zoo, the lion looks like a king. His walk is slow and stately. He's sure no other animals will start a fight with him, because if they do, they'll just be asking for trouble. Of course, even lordly, dignified lions have to play. Or are they playing? Yes, they are. Do you know the story called Andy and the Lion? Do you know any stories about tigers? Are they sly and clever? Does this tiger look like a good hunter? In stories, most animals are afraid of the tiger. Of course, these tiger cubs are just playing. Have you ever seen kittens playing this way? Why, look, the zookeeper doesn't seem to mind their playing at all. Wouldn't it be fun to read a story about tiger cubs growing up in the zoo to be full-grown tigers? My, just listen to him snarl. The tiger's stripes help hide him from other animals in the jungle. Do you know of another animal that has bright stripes? The zebra, of course. And there's a story called Stripey, a Little Zebra. Stories tell us that zebras can run very fast on their strong hoofs. And they certainly can. Don't you think the zebra looks like a pony? In some stories, the zebra is a friend of the giraffe. Have you ever read about a giraffe having trouble finding something to eat? At the zoo, we can find out why. It's because he's so tall. Look how slowly and carefully they walk. Do you think you could walk like a giraffe? Oh, what a funny way to run. And see how the giraffes eat leaves and twigs high up in the trees. Now there's a story about Cecily Giraffe and the 9 monkeys. And how many more stories there are about monkeys. Monkeys in the zoo, monkeys in the circus, monkeys with organ grinders. Look, this baby monkey could be playing cowboy, riding on his mother's back. Uh-oh, don't go too far away. Have you ever heard someone say he can climb like a monkey? Can you see the baby monkey drinking its mother's milk? Monkeys are quick to learn new things. This monkey is trying to fish something out of the water. Well, try again tomorrow. But pretty soon they're back to running and playing and all sorts of monkey business. That's why monkeys are so much fun to watch and so much fun to read about. Now let's see if your class can make up an animal story. Let's call it Bumble the Elephant. To find out something about elephants, let's go to the zoo. First of all, will your story be about big elephants or little elephants, like this one playing in a mud hole? Will your story elephant have the big ears of an African elephant or the smaller ears of an Indian elephant? And don't forget the sound of the elephant. Elephants are favorite story animals because they can do many things with their trunks, such as carrying hay and grass. The elephant also drinks with his trunk. And in circuses, they use their trunks to pick up heavy loads. If your story elephant is in a circus, he'll have to learn to dance on his dainty feet. Now you can begin your story of Bumble the Elephant. And when you've finished, you can draw some pictures of Bumble and make up songs and even make up an elephant dance. Shall we try it?